Meet Sarah. Sarah had always been the dreamer, the one with the big ideas and the drive to change her life. But every year, she found herself stuck in the same place, surrounded by the same toxic habits. She'd tell herself, "This is the year I finally make it." Yet, time and time again, she watched herself fall into the same traps. Toxic relationships, moments of self-doubt, and a never-ending cycle of procrastination kept her from stepping into her true potential. The weight of unfulfilled promises and goals that never seemed to materialize crushed her confidence, and she began to wonder if she was destined to stay where she was. But one day, something shifted. Sarah had hit her breaking point. After another sleepless night spent scrolling through social media, comparing her life to others, she snapped. What was she doing wrong? She'd read every motivational book, attended countless seminars, but still, nothing seemed to change. It was in that moment of frustration and pain that Sarah realized something. The problem wasn't the world around her, it was the habits she had been holding on to. Every time she blamed the outside world for her lack of progress, she was only avoiding the deeper truth. She needed to let go of the very habits that were keeping her stuck. And it wasn't going to be easy. But Sarah was done settling. She was ready for a real change. That was the turning point. It wasn't the grand gestures or instant results that would change everything, it was the small but crucial adjustments to her mindset and actions that would help her level up. Now, Sarah is walking a different path, one where she's letting go of the old habits and embracing the new, more empowered version of herself. You might feel like Sarah did, stuck, overwhelmed, and unsure of where to start. But here's the truth, you don't need to go through all the trial and error on your own. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 7 habits are holding you back and how you can release them this year to truly level up and achieve the goals you've been dreaming about. If you're ready to break free from what's holding you back, subscribe now and share this with someone who's ready for a change. Let's dive into the habits you need to let go of to truly level up. Bad habit 1: holding on to toxic relationships. Sarah wasn't the only one struggling with this. Holding on to relationships that drain you can trap you in a constant emotional cycle. When you're surrounded by people who don't support your growth, it's hard to move forward. It's like trying to swim while someone is holding you underwater. These toxic relationships pull your energy and confidence, leaving you stuck in patterns that don't serve your best interests. If you want to level up, you have to make the decision to let go of people who bring negativity and doubt into your life. You deserve to be surrounded by individuals who uplift, motivate, and encourage you to become your best self. By freeing yourself from toxic relationships, you create space for healthier, more supportive connections. People who inspire you to grow, people who push you to pursue your dreams unapologetically. Letting go isn't easy, but it's necessary to break free from emotional stagnation and take that step toward your future. Bad habit 2: fear of taking risks. Just like Sarah, many of us hold ourselves back because we fear what could go wrong. The fear of taking risks keeps you in a comfort zone that feels safe, but ultimately, it's a trap. The longer you stay in that safe zone, the further away your dreams will seem. Sarah held herself back for years, worried about failure or making the wrong choice. But the truth is, the greatest opportunities come from stepping outside of that comfort zone. If you're afraid to take risks, you're not alone. But understand this, fear is part of the process, not the end of the road. It's through taking risks, big or small, that you grow and discover what you're truly capable of. Leveling up means trusting yourself enough to embrace uncertainty and move forward anyway. You've got what it takes. Embrace the unknown, take that leap, and watch as you unlock opportunities you never imagined. Bad habit 3: procrastination and perfectionism. Sarah's biggest enemy? Perfectionism. She was caught in the cycle of waiting for the perfect moment, which never came. This led to endless procrastination, leaving her stuck in the same place year after year. Maybe you've been there too, waiting for everything to fall into place, making excuses to delay your dreams. But here's the truth, waiting for perfection only keeps you from moving forward. The perfect moment is a myth. It doesn't exist. Instead of striving for perfection, shift your focus to progress. The key to leveling up is taking action, even when it's not perfect. Small, consistent steps will move you closer to your goals, even if they're not flawless. Let go of the idea that everything has to be perfect before you start. Start where you are, use what you have, and trust that progress will lead you to success. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to take that first step, no matter how imperfect it may seem. By recognizing and letting go of these bad habits, you're creating the space you need to level up. Don't let anything hold you back from becoming the woman you're meant to be. Take control, trust yourself, and move forward with confidence. Bad habit 4: people-pleasing and lack of boundaries. For years, Sarah found herself saying yes to everything and everyone. She didn't want to let anyone down, so she stretched herself thin, constantly overwhelmed, and burned out. It seemed like no matter how hard she tried, there was never enough of her to go around. But what she learned, what every radiant rebel needs to know, is that saying yes to everyone else means saying no to yourself. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. In fact, it's one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. You don't need to feel guilty for prioritizing your needs. Sarah had to learn to say no in order to protect her peace, her time, and her energy. This meant stepping back from situations and people who drained her, and focusing on her own goals and well-being. You have the power to do the same. Protect your space, set your boundaries, and watch how your life starts to shift when you finally put yourself first. Bad habit 5: negative self-talk and self-doubt. Sarah's journey was full of self-doubt. She was constantly battling her inner critic, telling herself she wasn't good enough, smart enough, or capable enough to succeed. And if we're being real, we've all been there. Negative self-talk is like a poison to your self-worth, slowly eroding your confidence and motivation. It stops you before you even get started. But here's the thing, you don't have to listen to that voice. Replacing those negative thoughts with positive affirmations and self-belief is one of the most powerful ways to start changing your mindset. Every time that voice of doubt creeps in, you need to recognize it and remind yourself of who you truly are: capable, strong, and deserving of everything you want to achieve. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to your best friend, encouraging, loving, and supportive. It's time to shut down those self-doubts for good. Bad habit 6: lack of consistency. Consistency was another hurdle for Sarah. She'd start something with excitement, but then life would get in the way, and she'd fall off track. It was easy to get distracted or discouraged when progress didn't come quickly. But what Sarah discovered, and what you need to know, is that consistency is key. Even the smallest daily actions compound over time and lead to massive results. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up for yourself every day, no matter how small the effort. The secret to leveling up is staying committed to your goals, even on the days when it feels like nothing is happening. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum leads to success. If you want to see change this year, start by making consistency a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Bad habit 7: not taking care of your mental and physical health. Sarah learned the hard way that neglecting her mental and physical health only led to burnout and stagnation. She was constantly on the go, pushing herself to do more, but never stopping to take care of herself. Her body and mind eventually reached their breaking point, and that's when she realized, without health, there's no way to achieve your dreams. Taking care of yourself is not an indulgence, it's a necessity. Prioritizing self-care rituals like exercise, rest, and mental wellness isn't just good for your body, it's essential for long-term success. When you feel good physically and mentally, you're unstoppable. So make time for self-care. It will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. When Sarah let go of these 7 bad habits, everything changed. She started to show up for herself, set boundaries, take risks, and finally believed in her ability to succeed. Her journey wasn't easy, but she understood that letting go of what no longer served her was the only way to make room for the life she truly desired. This year is your level up year. It's time to let go of the habits holding you back. Make the decision to step into your power, take control of your life, and achieve your dreams. Are you ready to let go of the habits holding you back? Subscribe to the channel for more empowering tips and share this video with someone who's ready to level up this year.